Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be talking about a bunch of things, including some secret changes that Rockstar have made to Grand Theft Auto Online, when we could be seeing some new content, and a whole lot more. So we've got a lot to talk about today, so let's not waste any more time, and let's get it started. So I figured I would start out with this. We're going to be talking about when we're going to be seeing the next DLC car, and it's looking like that tomorrow, Tuesday, March 28th, is going to be the day. And while no official announcement has been made by Rockstar, all the signs are pointing tomorrow that we are going to be getting a new vehicle. If the leaked schedule in which the cars are supposed to come out is correct, it means that tomorrow we will at a minimum see the Infernus. Now, I'm saying that for a couple reasons. Number one, last Tuesday we received the Rustin, so I would assume that Rockstar is going to follow the same pattern and release at least a new vehicle on every Tuesday, so that right there makes sense. And also, tomorrow is the day when Rockstar needs to add a new premium race into the game. So they would have to update the tunables anyways, so they might as well add a new car in that as well. And I'm assuming that's going to be the Infernus Classic. Now, that premium race is going to be island hopping, so they've got to add that into the game. Now, there's always a chance that they could add more than that. That could include adversary modes or a new game mode that they've got hidden away in the files. It could also include the returning player bonus content, which we're actually going to talk about in a little bit. It could either be the Duke of Death or it could be all of them together. Who really knows? But all I know is there's likely something going to happen tomorrow, so get ready for that. It should be pretty cool. If new content does come out, you guys know I'll be making videos and a live stream a little bit later, having fun with it, showing it off, doing all sorts of crazy and epic things. But I'm excited. Hopefully it's the Infernus, and hopefully it's a little bit more than that, but I'm just letting you guys know that even though Rockstar's event week goes through March 29th, which again is really, really weird. I don't know why they've done this like Thursday to Wednesday kind of deal, but it's weird. But I think there is going to be new content tomorrow, so just keep that marked on your calendars and it should be pretty awesome. Now, do you guys remember a couple days ago I made a video talking about how Rockstar was essentially watching us and they were monitoring the cars that we were selling in Grand Theft Auto Online, where we were no longer able to sell duplicated vehicles because essentially Rockstar was tracking license plates of cars. If you want to hear the full details of that, I'll leave a link to that video in the description. Well, there's actually been an update to this story. This comes from FunMW2. When the last we left off, he said the tunables updated, duplicated vehicles that have been detected are now disabled from accessing the LSC. Well, Rockstar have upped the ante a little bit further, and the tunables were updated again. Dupe detect affects duplicated vehicles with custom plates. If your exploit level is 4 or more, you cannot use custom license plates. So it seems as if certain individuals were able to get around this duplication method by, I'm guessing, using custom plates. Now, with the new system, and since the tunables have been updated, you can't actually do that. Even if you have a custom plate and if you duplicate it multiple times, it'll still be detected by Rockstar's system, and once you get your exploit level over 4, you won't be able to use custom plates again. So the risk with doing this is obviously pretty high, and especially with all the systems that Rockstar have put in place recently, they're almost asking you to duplicate cars so that they could start banning people, and I'm assuming that's what they're going to start doing. So if this is something you do, I don't do this. I don't have a ton of knowledge in this area, but just be careful if it's something you do participate in, as Rockstar are really trying to crack down on this and trying to stop duplicated vehicles from happening in Grand Theft Auto Online. Now, that wasn't the only update that Rockstar did over the weekend that was actually really, really weird. One of them didn't necessarily help the game. So FunMW2 put out this tweet. He said, with the recent update to background scripts, cops no longer access their vehicles the moment they exit it. Now, what's weird about this is this was happening to not only NPC cops, but players as well. So once a cop got out of his car, there was no way to access it, which is so weird. It was saying that the cop cars were becoming personal vehicles. And there's actually some video footage of this floating around that I thought was rather interesting. And this is incredibly weird. What could Rockstar have possibly done to update the background scripts where not only cops can't access their own vehicles, but we can't get in them as well? and they assume that they're personal vehicles. Now, when this originally happened, a lot of people were assuming that this had something to do with some sort of police update. Like Rockstar were testing the abilities of the police cars and how they would ultimately work, and could they be stored in garages or could they be made personal vehicles. But I don't actually think that was the case, as just a couple hours later, I think it might have been a day later, Rockstar actually recognized their mistake, and FunMW2 said false report again. They actually fixed it. I'm using a police car. And if you get in Grand Theft Auto Online right now, you should be able to access a police car, no problem. So it seems to have been fixed. It doesn't look as if it was any indication towards a future update or anything like that. Rather just a really mysterious bug that was happening in Grand Theft Auto Online for about 12 to 14 hours. But I'm glad that's fixed, because there's many times where I use the police cars. Like if they're just on the side of the road or I need a car really quickly, I'll grab a police car. So I'm glad that that has actually been fixed and that is no longer an issue. And the final thing we have to talk about today has to do with the returning player bonus content. So FunMW2 has kind of cleared up some things regarding this. Someone asked a question, said, if I'm getting this right, the updated RPB, which is returning player bonus, exclusive vehicles will now be free to us. And he says, yes, RPB vehicles for now are using the normal prices that show up for non-returning players. So what he means by that is if you go on the in-game website, the Stallion is like $70,000, the Dukes is $60,000. Basically, they cost money. He goes on to say it can't use the reduced prices because it's disabled and the reduced prices are set to 0, so it's free. Unless, of course, Rockstar decide to change the reduced prices, the moment they enable RPB content to all the players, then the RPB content would be free to returning players. So that is exciting news. That means that if you're a returning player like myself, not only will the Duke of Death be free, but the Stallion, the Dodo Seaplane, the Dukes, all vehicles like that will be free as well, and we won't have to buy them. Now, someone also said, now that everyone thinks they should be free, I hope they remain so. And FunMW2 said, yeah, and they have to reward the returning players who purchase the content before making it free. So that's going to be cool. In the next couple of weeks, or whenever Rockstar decide to add that into the game, there's going to be a bunch of new free content. So for whatever reason, if you've never bought the Dukes or the Stallion or the Dodo Seaplane or the Kraken, all that stuff is going to be free, which means you'll be able to take advantage of it for no money whatsoever. And then another user asked, Dodo, Marshall, Duke of Death, Duke, Stallion, Ballista Compact will be available for everyone, but will they be free now for people with the returning bonus or only the Duke of Death? And FunMW2 confirms, once again, all of them, even the Kraken Submarine and the Hatchet are going to be free. So that's pretty cool, because I think the Kraken was the most expensive out of all the returning player bonus content. I think it was along the lines of like $1.5 million. That's going to be awesome. If you've never owned a submarine, this one's going to be cool. It's going to be free. You're actually going to be saving a ton of money here. So I've actually done some quick math, and returning players are going to be saving over $3 million if they technically buy all these cars. So the price of the Duke of Death and all the other vehicles like the Dodo, Marshall, Duke, Stallion, Ballista Compact, that total is $3.163 million that we're going to be getting for free. Now, sadly, if you are not a returning player, like you just got on Grand Theft Auto Online, created a new account right now, you would have to pay for all of that $3.163 million. So I'm assuming by now that if you're watching this video, you're probably a returning player and that you're going to have the bonuses by default. But I do know of some people that are offering a service that will like trick your account into thinking that it's a returning player. So you guys can do some research on that. I'm not totally in tune with that sector of Grand Theft Auto Online or how that works. But regardless, that's pretty cool. And over the next couple weeks, at least for me and for many of you, we're going to be getting more free vehicles, weapons, content, and a whole lot more. But anyways, that's all the information that I'm going to be talking about for you guys in this video today. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and hopefully you're excited for all the new content that should be arriving very soon here in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you guys did go on and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.